Why would European Union allow their banks to have a certain amount of exposure to Bitcoin when we're hearing the types of news of the scams that they're trying to portray of Bitcoin as being a part of? For example, remember Sam Bankman-Fried? Do you remember DCG and Genesis and Gemini and the complete mismanagement of users' funds? That's what we're talking about today. If you guys want to learn what the banks are doing with Bitcoin, you got to keep watching. In the meantime, if you want to know what we're doing with our cryptocurrencies and why, how we are not bothered or affected by custodial platforms going down. In fact, we kind of cheer it on because that's not why crypto was created. You have to check out the CT Club. The link for it is down below in the video description. We do trade alerts, we do market updates, portfolio updates, which is coming at the beginning of this next month in February. So for those who are CT Club members, that's when you can expect our new portfolio update. Hit like and subscribe. Also, if you don't mind, I appreciate that. So, you guys, Sam Bankman-Fried, he is no longer the CEO of FTX. He has declared bankruptcy for his centralized exchange, and all the funds on or not on that centralized exchange are now tied up in bankruptcy proceedings. They are now in the hands of basically a custodian. Still, Sam Bankman-Fried thinks he has the right to have access to FTX assets. He still thinks he has the right to your funds because there were reports previously that he had unauthorized access. He had accessed funds to hundreds of thousands of dollars, basically made a withdrawal without anyone's permission. And now he's saying there's no evidence of that, so he should still have access to the assets. I don't know where this logic is coming from. He's not even the CEO anymore, guys. He's on house arrest. What is he doing? I'm sorry, I have to laugh, otherwise you have to cry, because this guy is absolutely psychotic. Also, more developing news coming from DCG, Digital Currency Group, and Genesis, because they are under the investigation now from the Department of Justice, and they are probing. Yes, there's no accusations of what they have or have not been doing yet, but apparently they found enough where they're going to keep digging. They found enough things that are very questionable where they want to know what else is going wrong, basically, between DCG and the companies that they own and these intercompany loans. That was just the tip of the iceberg, it seems, because now there's also reports that I guess Genesis employees were told to lie about the status of what's happening with Genesis. That's never a good look, and that tends to always happen on these centralized custodial platforms, guys. Are we seeing the pattern here? Yes, we are. And are we learning from it? I sure hope so. If you want to learn how to store on a hardware wallet, what a hardware wallet is, all the important things, you have to check out the links down below in the video description. I have a ton of tutorials just for you. Lastly, again, what I was talking about at the intro of this video, why is the European Union now allowing banks in Europe to have exposure to hold up to 2% of their holdings in Bitcoin? Are they coming around to the fact that they're actually this fiat thing was cool for a while, but Bitcoin's kind of cool too. You can't print the crap out of it. Are they going to try to save their own butts by having exposure to Bitcoin? Is the narrative about Bitcoin going to be changing? I don't know. That sounds honestly kind of utopian, considering the environment and the overall sentiment of crypto, especially the past 6 months. It's been very, very negative. Jamie Dimon, for example, I know this is definitely more in the boat of Toby's forte, but he's saying, why should you should never trust, you should never question the legitimacy or the truthfulness of what your government is telling you. Why is this banker telling you that? Because they're in bed together, guys. The government and the bankers are one entity, basically. Bankers owning the government, obviously. If you know anything about the history of the Federal Reserve, how it was created, who did that, you can see the ties pretty easily. But you have to make you question, why would the European Union allow their banks to hold 2% Bitcoin? Are they that desperate? Are they that scared that they're going to turn to the dark side to try to protect their assets? I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. We are, guess where we are, guys. I think you might recognize this view. We tend to like this city a little bit while we can get here for a few days while we can. We're traveling. That's what we do. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Hit like and subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.